right, what's going on, big dog? So I have been away for about a week now. You know, it's been the holidays, all that stuff. Just been hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, doing that kind of thing. I decided to take a little break from YouTube and streaming. I've been just kind of chilling. But one thing that I have been doing in my free time, now that I haven't been doing videos for the last week or streaming for the last week, really, I have been playing the ever-loving crap out of Marvel Rivals. So I decided today was the day that I was going to make a review on the game because I have a lot to say, and most of it is extremely good. So Marvel Rivals, for those of you who don't know, is another hero shooter. If you've played Overwatch, it's going to be very similar to that. And but it's using all the Marvel characters, all the characters from Marvel, the Marvel universe. At first, I was hesitant to play it because, as you guys know, with like Concord and a few other of the hero shooters that have come out, they tend to not be very good. They tend to be just kind of money grabs, in my opinion, you know, trying to sell skins and things like that without actually focusing on making a good product for the game. So I was hesitant to play it, but my brother, my lovely brother, was playing it for a while. He had been playing it since release, and he told me that I should get it. I was hesitant. I decided to download it just out of pity for him because he kept asking me every day, and I am so glad that I did. So Marvel Rivals, to me, might be the best hero shooter out there right now. If not, it for sure is, in my opinion. I've played Overwatch. Overwatch fucking sucks compared to this game. It is incredible how well they did on this game, in a game that I don't think anybody was exactly excited for, because again, we've had so many hero shooters come out recently where they're just absolute dog water and nobody wants to play them anymore after a week. You know, Overwatch has kind of been the mainstay, but even with Overwatch 2 coming out and a lot of people hating that and not liking that at all, there was room for another hero shooter to really step in and take the throne. And I think Marvel Rivals has done that. So I want to go over a few of the good things here before I get to any of like the bad. There really isn't any bad, but there's just some nitpicks I have with the game, I guess. So I want to start off with just talking about how smooth the game feels. I never have any frame drops. I don't have any issues with that whatsoever. It feels well optimized. I'm constantly at like 240 frames. I have a strong computer, so that is one thing, but I feel like even on a normal, just basic computer, you're going to have a pretty easy time running this game. Sure, you might have to lower your settings, but it's totally worth it. You're not going to be playing this game for the graphics. You're going to be playing this game for the fun and entertainment that, you know, it brings to you. That's what it's trying to do, and it does a fantastic job of doing that. It runs, like I said, just super well. I can't complain about the performance of the game whatsoever. The next thing is just the characters, man. Like, if you've ever wanted to play as like Spider-Man or wonder what it's like to be Spider-Man, this is the game, man. Spider-Man feels freaking amazing when you're playing him. Venom, every character, Psylocke, Punisher, they all feel like you're playing the actual Marvel character that it is. They really did a good job of picking the correct abilities for each of these characters and allowing you to kind of immerse yourself in these characters that you're playing, which is just, it makes the game so much more fun. It makes the game feel like just so much better. You know, like when you play Spider-Man, you want to feel like you're playing Spider-Man. When you're playing Psylocke, you want to feel like you're playing Psylocke. When you're playing Jeff the Shark, you want to feel like you're playing Jeff the Shark. You know, you want to feel that way. You want to feel good because that's half the fun of the game is, you know, immersing yourself into it a little bit. And they've done an incredible job of allowing people to do that. All the abilities and stuff for all the characters feel fantastic. Nothing actually feels terribly overtuned. There's a few bugs, but I'll get to that later in the video. There's a few ultimates and abilities that I think are a little overtuned, but they've done a good job of coming out with patches and, you know, allowing people to kind of play with it and actually see what the buff or nerf is actually doing to the character. They kind of let them sit there for a little bit before they actually, you know, jump in and tune anything. So I kind of have a little gripe with that, but again, we'll get to that later in the video. And the next thing I want to talk about is just the store is amazing. I am not a big fan of stores. Like, you know, I buy League skins. I've bought skins in this game now. If you're just selling skins in a game, in a free game, I can't complain. Like, I'm not going to be upset. You got to make money some way, somehow, but a lot of games just kind of end up doing like retextures. You know, they maybe just do a color swap or palette swap, whatever you want to call it. And they're just, you can tell that they're just trying to milk some money out of you. But this game's skins are fantastic, man. There's so many in there that are freaking phenomenal. And you don't just get a skin when you buy the skin. You get like a new emote. You get a new like MVP emote. So if you're MVP, you like get displayed and there's a new like video that plays. You get a nameplate or whatever they're called. Like, it's fantastic. You get so much, you get a lot of bang for your buck and it feels really good. like I don't feel like I'm getting gypped over when I'm buying these skins, because sure, even if the skin isn't perfect, like I have the Punisher skin and I don't think it's the greatest skin in the game, but I got so much with it that does look cool, and you know, I really appreciate that. Like I don't feel like I just got this mediocre skin for 20 bucks. I got a few other things that are actually pretty cool that make the skin even, you know, better. It brings up the value of it a little bit. So I feel like a lot of it is worth it. So like I don't think anyone's going to feel bad putting money into the game, especially since, like I said, it's just such a good game. And that's really the main point of all the good things. It is just a good game. They just made a good Marvel hero shooter game, and it's fantastic. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It is so fun to just mess around in like quick play. I've been playing a lot of ranked. I'm currently in gold. I'm almost platinum. So the game is just so addicting and so fun. I already have like 55 hours in the game, and I've just been having a blast. I don't want to put it down. I just play it all the time. Like I said, I've taken a break from streaming and recording this last week just because I've been, like I said, spending time with family and doing all that jazz for the holidays. But when I have free time, I have been nonstop playing this game, and I highly recommend it. Now, I do want to get into a few gripes I have with the game. There aren't many, and they're pretty subtle things that I think either could be on my end or are things that can be easily fixed out. The first one is I tend to crash semi-frequently. It kind of depends on the day, it seems like there's days where I can play for 8 hours and I have no issues whatsoever. It won't crash once. And then there's days where I can only play for an hour at a time and it crashes every hour on the hour. So I don't know what is going on with that. I know the performance of the game, and I talked about that. I said it's super good. I guess this is the one gripe I have with it. I haven't seen many people dealing with this, so that's why I'm wondering if it's maybe not something on my end, if I'm not doing too many tasks at once for my computer, which I shouldn't be. Like, my specs are down below. You could definitely tell me if I am, but it's a very powerful PC. But that's just one gripe I have with the performance, I guess, is I have had a few crashes here and there, and it kind of sucks because the crashes have been like ridiculously hard on my computer. Like I have to restart it if it does crash, so it's kind of annoying there. And then the next thing is I do feel like they aren't, and I kind of touched base on this earlier, I kind of feel like they aren't updating it as fast as I would like. You know, maybe it's because I'm so used to like Riot Games where they're updating it every 2 weeks on the nose, but I don't know, I just feel like some of these characters are a little overtuned and some of them aren't that great at all. You can carry on everybody, which is super incredible that they were actually able to make a game where you can do well on any character. But there are definitely some advantages with using some over others right now. Like there's obviously always going to be a meta, and some are always going to be overtuned and some are always going to be undertuned. But right now it just feels like the gap is too wide, if that makes sense. Like there's the good characters and the bad characters, and you can clearly tell which are which. Like I kind of want it to be in that ground where like, yes, this character is, you know, not meta right now, but you can still carry with them. You can still do well with them. And right now, like I said, you can do that, but it's definitely a lot harder than it probably should be with certain characters. So I'm kind of hoping they do some touch-ups here. Like Hela is like ridiculously overtuned, I think. Jeff the Shark, I think his ultimate's a little bit overpowered, but you know, like I just feel like there's no reaction time to even like get out of it. I think his ult just is like an immediate, you're gonna get 2-3 people with it, especially a good one. They're gonna wait, they're gonna get 2-3 people out of your team, and it's gonna be annoying as fuck. So I that's something I wish they would kind of tune down. You know, you can call me a baby, you can call me a complainer, whatever you want, but there just are definitely some characters that need to be tuned down and some that need to be buffed for sure. And I just feel like they're not doing that as fast as I would like. But overall, guys, the game is like a solid 8 or a 9. I don't like doing numbers, but it's up there, man. It's a fantastic game. Again, if you haven't played it, you definitely should. It's something that, you know, I've been playing footage of it in the background here for you guys just to, you know, see what it looks like. But it's fantastic. Seriously, if you have a moment to download it today, I know a lot of people should have today off. It's the New Year's, so take that time, download it, and just play the fuck out of it because you're gonna have a blast. It's super fun. It's super entertaining, and I can't get enough of it. But anyways, guys, that's really all I got for you today. If you did enjoy, remember to please feel like, comment, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, I'm sorry for the, you know, week hiatus there, but I just really wanted to spend time with my family and just kind of take a break from streaming. You know, I work 2 jobs, and you know, it was just nice taking a break from worrying about doing videos and streaming at the same time. So It was a good week break for me, but we are back. We're going to be on that grind. I'm probably going to make a video in the next couple days, just kind of going over what the plans are for 2025 on the channel. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, that's all I got for you today, guys. So thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. And until the next video, guys, Godspeed.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me.